Hi guys, welcome back. As you can probably see, I changed the name of the channel and the name of the show. The channel is now called So Can You, and the show is called If I Can, because I kind of realized what I wanted the um, message behind the show to be. It's, if I can do it with little training and zero expertise, so can you. So go out there and achieve your dreams. For this particular episode, I wanted to do something special to me, and mix things up a little bit, not just cooking, not just, knitting scarves and things like that, but I wanted to run a half marathon. Now, I had run half marathons before in the past, so it's not necessarily something new for me, but the story goes back a little bit further than that. It goes back about almost 2 years ago. I'd never run long distances. I actually absolutely hated running. So as a result, I really had no exercise. But my girlfriend Stephanie convinced me to try running at least a 5K. That's 3.1 miles. And we set a goal to run the electric run in Costa Mesa. And I used the Couch to 5K app that you can find on either the App Store or the iOS store. And it's great. I highly recommend it if you've never run before. It is definitely a great way to get started because it coaches you through each of the steps and gives you a gentle training regimen so that you can get up to running at least 3.1 miles, if not more in the future. And that's what I ended up doing. We completed the 5K, and I was exhausted at the end of it, but I felt proud that I was able to do it. So we turned our sights to kind of what the next thing we could do, and kind of double the distance, so 10K, so 6.2 miles, and we trained up to that as well. And then we said, okay, so what's the next thing after that? And we trained up and ran to a half marathon, so 13.1 miles. And just this weekend, I actually did the Surf City Half Marathon in Huntington Beach. And I put a GoPro on and I time-lapsed the entire race. So that's what you'll be seeing in just a little bit. But running is particularly special to me because before running, like I said, I really had no exercise. I didn't really do anything. And as a result, I was clinically overweight. For my height and age, I was technically overweight. I was 250, 260 pounds. And I attribute a lot of my health gain to running. That and it changed my diet. I'm pescatarian, which means that no meat or no fowl, just seafood on occasion for me. And the fact that I now have a more active lifestyle. So running is a very special activity to me because it changed my life around. Because I can remember looking back very particularly that sometimes I would, just walking around would leave me gasping for air. I'd be breathing very hard. Walking up the stairs, I'd lose my breath sometimes. And just my overall confidence in myself was relatively low. And I'm not saying this to brag or anything like that. I'm just happy that I have been able to find something that I both enjoy and that has been able to change my life for the better. So that's particularly why I wanted to do a show about running a half marathon, because I remember thinking there was no way that I would ever be able to run distances like that, because I would see people posting things about, oh, I'm running the Disneyland half marathon, or I'm running the Surf City half marathon, or I'm running the Rock and Roll half marathon in Los Angeles. And I would kind of think, oh, 13.1 miles, that's just impossible. It was the furthest thing from my mind that I could possibly do. And now I'm able to do it. So I'll see you guys at the finish line. And I'll let you in on a little, on some insight as to how I prepare and what it's like. See you guys later. Alright, so this is my usual setup. This is what I'll do before the run, pretty much the night before the run. I'll get everything set up and laid out so I don't forget anything. What I will usually do in the first place is set up my running belt. I use the Fitletic running belt, which I like because everything is self-contained. It has a bib holder, which you put on these little bungees and these right here. That way you don't have to worry about putting it on with some safety pins. In the past, I accidentally ripped one of my shirts because the safety pins went through and my bib got caught on something. So I went with the belt. The belt also has a little pocket for you to put some things in. What I'll usually do is I'll put in some spending money, my driver's license for identification, a debit card just in case, and because I saw it at the expo, I have a post-run protein powder, which is by Clif. I actually really like Clif's things. That's why you're going to see a whole bunch of Clif stuff attached to my belt here. The belt also has water bottle holders, which is very important for the run, and it also allows you to hold on to either shot blocks, or if you so prefer, you can use gels, depending on if you like the texture or not. The shot blocks or shot gels are really great because if you get to that point where you're starting to hit a wall and you're running out of energy, they give you that really quick boost of energy. They work very, very fast, and they'll really help you finish up that race if you only have a few miles left to go. I usually keep 2. And the Fitletic also gives you accessories. This is a phone holder, which I bring with me, and I keep a single earbud. I only run with one earbud so I can hear my surroundings for safety. But I keep my phone with me for 2 reasons, because in case I need to make a phone call for emergencies, but also because I use Runkeeper, which is a athletic tracking app on your phone that you can get. I believe they have it for iOS and Android. And what it does is it uses your phone's GPS, and it keeps track of your speed, your pace. You can also set it for notifications if you're using a run-walk method and you want to do 60 seconds walking, 60 seconds running. You can do that all with your phone. That way, if you don't want to invest in a Garmin or in a Fitbit or something like that, you can, if you have a phone, if you have a smartphone, you can pretty much do all that. I have it synced up with my Pebble smartwatch, which is charging right now, so that's why it's not out on the spread here. But that really helps me out for the run, keep tabs of how fast I'm going and how to pace myself. Another thing that I keep with me for the run is I will bring the shirt that they provide for the half marathon and sometimes the 10Ks and sometimes even the 5Ks. They'll provide a shirt for you. This one in particular I'm bringing with me because it is long sleeve, because what I will be running in is a short sleeve shirt. I'm wearing the colors and the symbol of the Seattle Seahawks because the run is February 1st, Super Bowl Sunday, so I want to support my family up in Washington. What you see here is KT tape. I'll go ahead and link it in the description, but it helps me in particular with my plantar fasciitis because to make a long story short, I have bad arches, and if they're not supported well enough, they'll pull on the surrounding muscles, which will cause pain, and I don't really want to have to worry about that. The shoes that I have here, I use the Newton Kismets, which I chose in particular because they have the extra arch support, which is important to me, but also because they have the lug technology, which give you a little extra spring in your step when you're running. As you can see, these are pretty well loved and pretty well used because just a little bit ago I used them for the Disneyland, the Run Disney Star Wars Half Marathon. What we have here is the timing chip. If you're running a half marathon or if you're running anything that is going to give you an official time, they'll usually give you a timing chip. This one happens to be the D-Tag. and they'll tell you where to put it. Sometimes it's on your shoe. If you're doing a Run Disney run, they'll put it on the back of your bib so you won't have to worry about it. I have compression socks. I have compression sleeves for my calves. I found that these really help out with blood circulation. If you're walking, even if you're walking or if you're doing longer runs, your feet are going to swell just because of the blood flow and everything, and these kind of help reduce some of that swelling, that undue swelling. You might be asking about the Band-Aids and why they're there. They're there to help prevent chafing. Gentlemen, you'll put them on your chest, and we'll leave it at that. You can Google it yourself and find out what I mean. And then what I will usually bring with me as well is something to wear after the run, because you're going to be all sweaty and gross. You want something fresh to wear. And I'm wearing Seahawks again because this was sent from my family up in Washington to support the Seahawks for Super Bowl Sunday. So what I'll usually do after that is I'll put everything inside a duffel bag. That way I know where it is in the morning. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow. Hey, good morning, guys. So we are here in Huntington Beach, as you can see behind me, and there's a whole bunch of runners doing their warm-ups, if you can see behind me over there. Sun's in my eye, so I can't really see anything that's going on the screen here, so sorry if there's a shadow on my face. I got up at 5 o'clock, got here, parked, which was a nightmare because there's like 20,000 people trying to park as well. But I'm all decked out. I got my running shirt on, I got my compression socks, got my compression sleeves on. I'm all taped up. Starting line is over there, and it's actually almost time for the first wave to start, so I'll see you guys at the starting line. Hello again.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Forgive me if I am not as much energy as the last time I saw you. I'm just finished. Got my medal. 13.1 miles. I'm kind of tired.
No, but it was good. I feel accomplished. I feel good that I was able to finish. You'll probably see the video. I had a GoPro attached to my chest. Unfortunately, it kind of died out at mile 12, so my camera didn't make it, but I did. So I'll see you guys later.